margins. And we don't really pay any money out of savings right now. That's your word. This is just the first meeting.
Correct. I'm gonna call to order the Board of Trustees special meeting for proposed budget and tax rate hearing. Time is 6 o'clock. We do have an established quorum with Derek Altwell Light absent. We've got one visitor.
He signed in.
Are you wanting to talk on the tax rate hearing, or?
No, it's on.
It's on the other, the regular meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Is there any discussion or on the budget or tax rate?
If I could, since nobody's here.
Go for it.
I will, represent the Comanche County Taxpayers Co-op. And I would say that, I know y'all are, what, 5.5% increase on your budget this year, something like that, at least from what I read on the deal. But, so, you know, this isn't necessarily me being, you know, ugly about it. It's just, I did something today that I've never done, and I went and I looked at the median income for the people in De Leon, and I tracked it year to year. And I'm gonna tell this to every board that I go to, so it's not just y'all, but, you know, they're looking at, the people in town are increasing their income about 1% a year over the last 4 years of available data. So, at a certain point, like the county's going up 9%. At a certain point, you know, that at a certain point,
Sorry.
that math doesn't add up, and I'm just here to remind people that it doesn't add up. Eventually, if it continues like that, it's gonna be a mess.
Well, most of the reason we had to increase is because the state increased the salary scale across the board. And we had no input in that except so many of our teachers got an $8,000 raise, and so many of ours got a $4,000 raise. And that just about where it all went to.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that explanation. Absolutely.
Well, 85% of our budget every year is for instruction. I mean, we're right at it, if not over it. So, I mean, that's the majority of that budget every time. We're gonna take care of our teachers. We wanna keep them here. We've done everything we can. I mean, I feel like a lot of effort's gone into that to hold these good teachers here. We have very good teachers, very good administrators, so.
Okay, and I'm not arguing that. I think you're absolutely right. But eventually, that math doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, and maybe that's the whole point, you know, you talk about the state or whatever. You know, the state probably, it would behoove them to look at that themselves. Because they're the ones, you look at the comptroller, you look at.
That's true, but if you think about it, our teachers can still drive an hour and a half and increase that pay another good $10,000 as a metroplex.
Sure, but they also have,
Their cost of living would increase as well.
yeah,
It
there's a
would.
lot of things.
There's a lot of.
There's a lot of things that would increase, and we want to keep them here, but we truly want to keep them here. But we really had no choice in this year, in the budget increase. That's really the main thing.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, thank you.
And I'll throw in there also, so we know that the property tax is increased by 16%. We have no control of that. I don't like that either. But we do have, this number coming off next year, that INS coming off, and it looks like it's a small number, but it's gonna help. I mean, we are consistently going down. We're collecting more money each year because the rate's increasing, but we're we're getting to where we need to be, and we paid for our things without a bond. And that's always a really good thing to remember.
Just-
So on those numbers, are they the same as last go round when we discussed this, a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Our taxes are exactly the same as they were last year, the rate, the values are not, but the rate is.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think motion to adjourn the,
I'll make the motion to adjourn from this particular meeting.
6:05.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'll call to order the regular meeting. At 6:06.
It should be right behind it. In your book, it should be right behind it.
yeah, that's a little bit behind.
Well,
Uh,
it's several rows behind it.
Derek is still absent. We still have a quorum. If everybody will bow, I'll give the invocation. Dear Lord, just be with us, help us make wise decisions for the community, for the district, for the students. Just make sure that all our decisions are based in those. Just be with the people that are in your need and need your helping hand over them. Just watch over us, lead us, guide us, direct us. In your name I pray. Amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are you wanting to talk in citizen participation, or you
Yes, sir.
want to talk about an agenda?
Yes, sir, just as participation.
Okay. The floor is yours.
Okay, I'll get out here and everybody can see me a little bit better. First of all, thank you for allowing the time to be here. My name is Juvenal Sierra, also known as Juve, J-U-V-E, Sierra. I'm with Texas Bank out of Comanche. I'm the president there at Texas Bank Comanche. Just one important concept about me, or one important thing about me, I'll tell you this. I was born in this building, and at the time, I was the heaviest baby. I was 12 pounds too. So I had the record at the time.
You maintained your weight very well.
Well, I don't know, but, and again, I've come here to talk about Texas Bank. First of all, congratulations to you guys on the rating. Comanche, Gustine, Sydney, I think we have a great county of schools. I think it's great for our kids to be in these rural communities. I think it's a big advantage. My kids go to Comanche and I miss the robbery that Comanche and Neon had one time. I do miss that, but I just want to, I was thumbing through the agenda or just thumbing one day on the internet and I saw the agenda and I saw you guys looking at deposit rates. We're a very competitive bank in investment deposits. I know schools are seeing where, budgets are getting tight but it may be too late for the party, but if I'm not, if you guys were willing to wait another 30 days, we'd give you guys a proposal, and like I said, maybe too late, and that's fine. But if in 2 years that opportunity becomes available, we would be glad to do it. Right now, we have the Comanche ISD, we have the county, we have the city there in Comanche, so we have a very aggressive investment, portfolio that we allow, these schools to gain more income. So in the future, and we are I'm a community banker by heart, and Texas Bank is a community bank. We got, banks in Central Texas and Metroplex. Majority ownership has a ranch in Comanche County, so they really have the investment in our rural communities. So, that's pretty much what I came here today, is to let you know that if there is an opportunity, we would love to have that opportunity to make a proposal one day for your investments. So, that's all I have.
I will say, that the last time we went out for bid, that was offered and we got no response, so.
Yes, I understand, and I missed it this time, and this might have been my fault, but like I said, we're very, you know, and last time, I've been there 6 years, and you might have done it when I was there last time, but, you know, we'll welcome that opportunity anytime.
Thank
So,
you, we'd love to do it.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Everybody have a chance to read the previous minutes? I didn't find any additions or deletions or modifications. Moving on to comparison to revenue.
Well, we continue to be in as good a shape, I guess, as we could hope for. Right now, with 91% of, this is as of the end of July, with 91% of the year expended, we have, spent 85.12%. However, we have some big ticket items that are coming due, and you have already made budget amendments. We covered some of that, and this might be a good time to tell you that the budget amendment we did for the additional work to be done at the field house is not going to be spent in this fiscal year. So it'll just roll into fund balance, the money that you approved for that, and then it'll be spent out of next year's budget. Hopefully, in the meantime, we'll find the money and we won't have to have a budget amendment for it, but we might have to. But that money that you projected for us to spend there, for flooring, weights, and AC, yes, the AC will all be out of next year's budget. We did put the doors in, but, but anyway, we're in good shape with that. Everything's running well, and next, when is the 31st? Sunday. At the end of this week, we will close it out. The auditors will come and make all the adjustments, and you'll get that report in formal form in December.
Not in December, probably though.
Pardon?
We don't usually have this.
Well, in January.
That sounds good.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it'll be finished by December, but we'll get the report in January.
Tax collections.
And since the last time we met, it is just a little bit, this is the time of year when we don't get very many taxes paid, but $29,543.86 we'll take it every time. So, that was collected since the last board meeting. And I would like to ask you to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda.
I'll second it.
All four? Carried 6-0. I guess we're to campus reports.
You tell
Oh, you
that.
jumped up really
He
fast.
was already looking right at me,
No,
like.
I didn't know, I was just seeing who'd get up first.
I was paying attention. Okay, well, hey, we have had a great start in our learning adventure over at the elementary campus. We started off strong, we had a great first couple of days. We had something fun for the kiddos to do every day. We got to make s'mores, had a little trailing s'more station, so that was fun for the kiddos. Then we had a science, little, I'd say back in the old days, it's called an assembly. So going back to my older years, we had a little science assembly. So all the grade levels came in 2 different rotations, and it was really great. They really did enjoy it. It was very really was meaningful learning. We talked about doing it at the end of the year, and I said, well, it's all connected to science, so let's just go ahead and get that learning adventure started. So it was really great, the kids really enjoyed that. As far as our enrollment, we are standing at 294 students right now on the elementary campus, and when I say that, I'm counting the ones that we get a DA for. We have 5 students that are paid, that are in the pre-K program. Most of those are teachers, not teachers, but paras, children, or any that we had that was in the 3-year program. As you remember, last year we had the 3-year-old program. We do not have that this year. That's another reason we have fewer students. But we went ahead and moved those up, and we didn't want to boot them out since they were already there, so they moved up and continue to pay. So we have 5 of those. Obviously, we have the early head start and we have the daycare, but none of those are generating us any income, so I did not count those in with that. We've had 23 students that have moved. They were no-shows this year, so that's a lot. 8 of those are homeschooled. The rest have just moved to other districts for just various reasons, different employment, different housing. But on a positive note, we had 35 new students, so we've really enrolled a lot of new students this year, pre-K through 5th grade. So every time I look up, I'm like, what is your name? So it's been a lot. There were a lot of new faces. Again, part of it, our shortened enrollment is that we don't offer the 3-year program this year, but it just was not cost effective. I believe we never mustered over 13 students in that, and it really was not enough. Even with, you can draw the ADA on those, the majority of them were paid, and it was a money loser really to do that. I do think right now we're at 16 and 17, I believe, in our pre-K. We're gonna hold out till Labor Day. We have a few that are on the waiting list that would like to be in a paid pre-K, but because by law we have to accept kiddos, and then if you have children that come up from another community and they're enrolling, you have to accept them. So we don't wanna get to a situation where we're stuck with over 23 in a classroom, but I think after Labor Day, we'd be safe to at least take at least 3 more. And at least we could stay at about 18 or 19 apiece. That still gives us a little wiggle room.
A lot of 4-year-olds.
It is a lot of 4-year-olds, it's a lot. But anyway, they're doing great. Hannah's really jumped into her role as a pre-K teacher, and she is following her role model, and she's just jumped right into Leah's footsteps. So that's going really great, and Leah's a great mentor for her. So really, I mean, as far as enrollment goes, we definitely, there's no doubt, we have declined. You know, I'm thinking back when I first started 10 years ago, we had 355 up to 360 students.
A few years now, we had 4 sections, first and
Yeah.
5th.
Yeah. So anyway, obviously, we know we're a great school. I think a lot of it comes down to jobs and housing. So, but let's see. We are busy testing. We have finished up our MAP testing. As always, we have a lot to do ahead of us, but we're up for the challenge. And we're finishing up our M class, which, if you don't know, that is our required dyslexia screener that we have to do with every student, kinder through 2nd grade. So and that's a one-on-one test, and Callie and Amber both pull the students out and do that one-on-one, so it takes a while, but they'll be finished with kinder tomorrow, then they'll start on 1st and then on to 2nd. So, yeah, other than that, we're rocking and rolling.
Don't wanna look at
We also had a little bit of a decline in our enrollment, but it's surprising because we've had new students in as well. 7th grade, which was one of our larger classes, and seems to be the class that they're coming into is in 7th grade. We've had some new teacher students who've come in. We also we're sitting at 133. It's down from what it was, but it's, like Lori said, we have new students, but we have students who went to homeschool, and they're doing the Texas K-12 program, so we do know that. We do hope that they come back because some of those students are in special education, and we know that our services would really help them be more successful. But we're just waiting to see if those come out. Something that we're really excited about on our campus is that, when we met Coach Whitaker, he said that his goal was that we would have 0 in PE in 7th and 8th grade, and they would all go into that. Well, our PE numbers are very low. We only have, probably in the 7th and 8th grade, between the boys and the girls, I think there's 19 students. So our athletics, we have 39, and our classes are male dominant, if you know that. Our boys are just really more than the girls. So we're really excited about that, because what we've seen is that with our 2 male coaches on our campus, that does change a lot of the dynamics when you are used to having. We had 1 male coach, but he was on the female side, so there wasn't a really lot of that going on. But the whole dynamics of the campus have changed back to from what I understand from days past, where they had those male coaches on the campus. So we have a lot of energy. We have a lot of energy that some of our students are not sure yet what to do with that energy. But we are really excited because we have UIL going on. So the kids are very excited about that. They've come up with some ideas for clubs for those students who want to do a little bit more than the UIL. One of them is a chess club. And I don't know if you know this or not, but we have some students who are interested in fishing in the, and I don't know whose son that might be, but he's trying to get a bass club. Trying to get a bass club at the junior high school. So we're working on, I said, no, not yet. I don't think we have anybody with the boat and a driver's license and 7th grade. But the excitement is there, and I think that's the fun thing, because at junior high school, as you all know, if you remember, that can be the most roller coaster ride of your life for these kids if they've ever been on. Our teachers are engaged. We've changed our bell schedule. We mirror the high school's bell schedule. So the 51 minutes has really changed a lot of their brains are like, I don't get to wait a little bit longer, and it's like, no, the pace is going. But we do have an enrichment period for them to get some time, some help to get those lessons caught up. So it's really going well on our campus. Just a lot of energy, positive energy. We are finishing up our MAPS testing this week. 6th grade will finish that up, I think, on Wednesday. And I left volleyball games on a concession stand, but our 7th grade did well. So it's exciting on our campus. We've got to harness the energy in the right direction, but this is the 8th day of school, so we're going to take it and be okay with that. So nothing quite like all the detail like Miss Womack had. We don't do s'mores, although I think that some of our current 6th graders would like if they could go back to elementary school and do s'mores, because we got to do some more work.
That's
So, you know,
But
anyway,
they all they would like.
I think they would, but it's going well on our campus.
Our attendance is at 96.27 for the last week, so just under 97%. We have 192, so we're actually up. And then we projected to have 2 more coming within the next week. So we're looking about 194, staying right now 190 area, hopefully a little more. We finished all of our English maps today. We're working on our math maps right now, and then we will go into our science and histories and Spanish maps. So by the end of this week, we will be done with our maps testing as well. We have changed up our morning tutorials, or I have, and they seem to really be thankful the teachers do. We've always had it voluntary, and I still tell them it is voluntary as long as your grade is a 75 or higher. But when you hit a 74 or below, you're mandatory. And coaches are phenomenal. The kids there in the morning, they let them go a little bit out of workouts. They get there. Today I made a believer out of them because today was first day of mandatory, and we had 23 that didn't show and 23 that sat in lunch detention with me this day. And so tomorrow I bet I have 2 or 3. So, because they didn't like sitting in there. So, but anyway, that's our deal. They either go to tutorials to get the help they need, or they stay with me or Coach Bontrager at lunch, and we give them the help they need. So they have to study after they eat to make up for their tutorial time. So I've changed the tutorial system up a little bit for us. We've had an incredible start to this school year. As always, there's many things to keep our students active at the high school. Just a few things that we're doing right now. We've had the band marching the parade, so they started early and come down to the parade. Volleyball kicking off their season, and they're in tournament play right now. They actually have a home game tomorrow versus Eastland, starting at 4 o'clock or 4:30. With the JV, and then with the varsity, and they're playing some really good volleyball, and the girls are doing a great job. We have 2 successful football scrimmages underneath our belt. We're looking forward to Dublin this week. The boys JV will travel Thursday, boys will be home on Friday, starting at 7 o'clock, not 7:30. Last year games were 7:30, but now they're 7 o'clock. Cross country will kick off their season in Brownwood this Wednesday. Students have brought their show animals to the ag pens, which are 102% full. Every pen is being used and some of them are doubled. So that barn that we built for them, that you guys built for them, is being used and being used well. There will be 4 major welding projects this year. They're gonna do a cattle trailer, a hay trailer, and 2 barbecue pits, large barbecue pits. That's gonna be their show and their competition stuff, but the cattle trailer and the hay trailer have already been spoken for. So those things are great, and all 4 of those will be used at that welding competition. I don't even know what it's called, but I know they go January, February, or it's in the spring semester. And then, like I said, all of our academics, our MAPS testing is in full swing. Our dual credit classes actually started today. And so our kids that were looking for things to do now have something that they can sit down and get ahead of their dual credits. And our 6 P-Tech students have started their first cohort, and they are excited about that. They meet with Ms. Campbell every single day, and she has this after class just to help them steer in the right direction to their pathways. So we have a lot of moving parts, and it's a blast. We're having fun.
Ms. Allen, do you have anything to add?
Not right now, maybe next time. We're clicking right along, spending that money, getting ready to.
You get any facility updates?
Well, everything that we plan to do, is complete except for the athletic facility, the field house. If, I asked you guys time to maybe take a little detour, drive down Pecan Street and see how nice that driveway is. It is really, I think it's improved the looks of our entire campus. It's just really, really nice, and it's helped in the mornings unloading kids, and, it's very, very good. The restrooms at the elementary are wonderful in the gym, except that we had a little boy get locked in there today. We're gonna change those locks out because they're evidently, tricky locks, and so we're gonna get the kind that just flip and say vacant and unvacant. Anyway, but we got him out and he's fine. I hope that when you were at Meet the Bearcats that you looked at the scoreboard and saw that it's not pink anymore and it really is much prettier. And, our daycare at the middle school is going so very, very well. I think the parents are all very pleased, and it's a beautiful room, so,
How many kids are in there?
we have 3 babies right now. We have 2 on the way, that are like a month or so, they'll be double digits. So it's kind of nice to start with just 3, and then we'll get the others popping in pretty soon. But everything was clean and orderly when school started. We'll tell you that the well at the stadium blew a fuse or something down in the well. We've gotta pull it. We've gotta pull the pump. And so, because that is an emergency, we're gonna get that done because we don't water it, our grass is gonna all die. But that happened over the weekend. So, but I mean, on top of it, they do such a good job, and we're very blessed.
Okay. Board training?
Well,
I noticed you had
there's,
September
There's-
29th, October.
yeah, there's a TASC convention, and we don't normally go to that because that's right smack dab when our football teams are playing, and I have talked with an attorney about coming, after we get school started, after September. You know, I always say after Labor Day, and she's gonna come here and, do some training for us on site, because driving into Dallas and missing our football Thursday night, Friday night, and really kind of difficult for us. So we don't normally go to that, but if anybody wants to go, certainly you just contact me and I'll get you online to do that, so. Then, I think that's all on that. What's the next one? The land purchase, I did visit with that lady, and, I told her when the board meeting was, she did not, seem amenable to, what we had talked about to offer, and so but she said she would think about it, so, I guess she'll get back to us.
And I guess, is there, pardon me, is there any more discussion on budget adjustments or?
There is a budget amendment from, and I put a copy, it's not in your packet, so I put a copy on your plate, right there. It's in my folder, but it's not yours. We did do a budget amendment, and, he put, at the on the fourth page, he talked about a summary of it. One of the things that we didn't budget enough for was our TIA money, our teacher incentive allotment, because we increased that number tremendously. We will get reimbursed for it, but we have to spend it in August in order for them to reimburse us in September. So we didn't have enough money in there to do it, so we have to, increase it by $179,158 because of that. And then the cafeteria fund, we had to increase what we transferred out of general fund because we were overspent just a little bit in cafeteria. So, and there was no change in debt service. This will get us close to being right for our budget year. Of course, after the auditors finish, they'll even it all out. And well, Josh knows, but for MJ, when our auditors come, they are independent auditors. They don't work for us, they work for themselves, and they report to you. The staff just furnishes them the material they ask for. We are not privy to working with them to make things right. So, it's a good process.
Looks like he just moving about 20,000.
Yeah, he just moved it around.
Moving it between accounts.
Yeah.
Any other discussion on that? I guess we'll head to action items. Gifts to the district.
Let me find it. I think I have it marked in my book. The rodeo club donated $1,500 for academic awards. The De Leon Athletic Booster Club gave $10,000 to the school for football uniforms. This is a really positive change for the Booster Club. They'll run all their money through us, because when they raise money, they donate it to us, and then we spend it on the things rather than them spending it directly. And it's just, our auditors like that a lot. First National Bank gave $100 for the Bass Club. Morris Farms, thank you, Ms. Morris, gave $500 for the Bass
It's got a
Club.
sponsor, just in case you.
And DICA, HVAC gave $500 for the Bass Club. So, we are very blessed with a very supportive community, and I would ask that you approve those gifts.
Make a motion to approve donations and gifts. 7.1.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve as presented, all four,
Allison.
I understand. Passed 5, 1 abstaining. 7.2 is approval of the budget amendment,
That I just talked about.
amendment number 2.
I'll make a motion on that.
I'll second.
Motion by Carrie and second by Terrell, all four. Passes 6-0. I guess we're approving the proposed budget for 25-26.
And it was in the first part of your packet.
We're gonna skip 7.3.
We just did
I
that.
thought we did 7.2.
No,
The
7.2
budget
was the budget amendment, 7.3 is the proposed budget for 25-26.
This is last year's budget, this,
No, I just thought she did 7.2.
she did.
Okay.
7.3 is this year's budget, not.
This is the same as we discussed it at our last meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while it is a deficit budget, 53,000 is certainly something we can work with, and hopefully at the end of the year, it'll be 0. No, now that I have to pay for that stuff out of this year, but we'll continue to look at it.
See how it floats out. Maybe we'll get more kids.
Maybe,
Maybe I make the motion for that.
I'll second.
Josh.
Any other further discussion? Motion by Carrie, second by Josh, all four. Pass 6-0. Okay. Consider our approval to set the 25-26 tax rate.
I'm sorry. I'll get her-
Oh,
It's right in their packet, it's not right
Yes.
in your notes.
no, yes, with you. At the M and O at .7223 and the INS at .0850.
I'll make a motion to approve the tax rate for 25-26.
I'll second it.
Motion by Terrell, second by Cody, all four. Pass 6-0. $7.5's, we're gonna let die by lack of motion.
We have no information on it.
Need a lot more. Business procedures manual.
You do not have a copy of this, it did not change, it was the same as last year's, but by law, we have to have it on here so that I can tell you that it did not change, and you can approve us using it again next year.
I make a motion to approve 7.6. I'll second.
Motion by Cody and second by MJ, all four. Passes 6-0. Textbook committee,
This is the textbook committee, of course, our teachers have, input about what they have meetings, and we usually have samples for them to look at and things at the service center. But I don't know, what is up for adoption this year, ladies?
Language arts.
language arts this year. And so they will look at the ones that are approved by the state and make a selection.
I'll make a motion to approve the textbook committee as presented.
I'll second.
Motion by Carrie and second by Terrell. All four. Passes 6-0. The 7.8 is approval, consideration and approval to extend depository contract with O'Fallon.
This is something that we can do without going out to bids and going out with all of the paperwork. You can ask for it to be extended for 2 years, and so I would ask you to do that because I don't wanna always say it's just the easiest thing, but it is very much easier to stay with them when you don't have to change back your signatures, you don't have to do all new checks. It's a lot of hassle when you change banks. And when we went out for bids the last time, we only got one back, and we went to several banks and asked for them to, and they did not. So, F&M Bank has been very good to us, and I would recommend that we renew for 2 more years.
I do appreciate people coming over and talking, though. I love Texas Bank. We use it. It's a really good bank. I think, how long ago did you go out for them? I remember nobody responding.
It was
Like 5?
4 years, it was 4 years ago.
Okay. Okay. I think that they're trying to have a presence in Union by opening a branch, and when they are here, I think that would be really great, because you kind of need a local branch to be able to have that convenience of going over and signing cards and all the different things that take place, but I do appreciate him coming and speaking on it.
Yes, he'd come in earlier and visited with me.
Great.
Very, very nice, and they do support our students with scholarships and things, but right now, we're very pleased with F&M too.
Well, and when they get a branch here, I think
And if they're competitive.
competing banks
Yeah.
won't hurt my feelings.
No, well, when I came here, we had 3 banks, I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
And now we
For
have,
quite a while, they were the only ones that we
yeah.
considered.
Maybe we just had 2 banks.
There was
one down across from Dairy Queen, it's,
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
City Bank,
Yeah,
City
we're
Bank.
in insurance.
yeah,
Yeah.
it switched
Taken
hands
so
several
long, a long
times.
time.
They're going way
I
back
don't
there.
remember.
Hey,
It's all right, I'll do it too.
Alright,
Still call it food fair down there.
I
Make a
do.
motion to,
I do so call it video.
extend
thank you.
Farmers Merchant. I'll second.
Motion by Cody and second by MJ to extend for 2 more years through Farmers and Merchants, all 4. Passes 6-0. Teachers evaluation calendar.
This is something that you just need to approve before we start, evaluating teachers. It gives them a handle on when to expect their evaluations, and it also, makes it a little more palatable to them to know right up front.
Minus dates, it probably didn't change from last year.
It did not, it's that, I hope I've changed all the dates, it should have been posted on it.
I'll make a motion to approve 7.9.
I'll second.
Motion by MJ, second by Terrell to approve the teacher evaluation calendar, all 4. Passes 6-0. Is there anything under personnel
I don't.
to your knowledge?
Number 9's my favorite, is it my turn?
No,
Dang.
It's 10, I
it's 10.
Where is mine? It's mine. That's
I think it is
wrong. I'm
numbered.
sorry. It's numbered wrong.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, we don't really have to have a second, but.
I'll second it.
Okay, I will tell you, there's water tonight, and last time there was no water. There is water because I've got it myself. And there's really good cookies and, a socket to make cake, so you might eat a snack before you leave. Thank you very much.
Yes, it is.
Are they still playing volleyball?
Yes, ma'am, I just texted, so they're still playing.
Okay.